Okay, so now I know I'm not the one who usually goes into like these type of videos, but somebody is claiming they know about Portal 3. Now I know it's most likely clickbait, but this video got my attention, so let's just give it a watch.
We got your back. We got your back. We got your back.
You're back.
Hello everyone, it's your favorite internet discipline, Optical, and it seems that Valve can finally count to 3. Finally, someone taught them a bit of the magic of math. Let's get into it. According to Games Radar, in their recent article released this year, it seems that Valve is working on an
Wait. Working on an Yeah. Seriously? Could be Portal 3. Now let's just take that into consideration, okay? So if this guy knows his stuff, it could be true. But I don't know, he might not know it.
unannounced puzzle game, and by the sounds of it, it could be Portal related. Well, how does Games Radar know that a game is in development by Valve? Well, to put it simply, a user was scrolling onto the LinkedIn pages of some certain Valve developers.
Also, people actually use LinkedIn. I thought that was just... Also, if you hear background noises, my mom's on the phone. You know what? Let me put on my headset so it eliminates that problem. Not calling my mom a problem, though. Anyway, so, related to this, these rumors so far are pretty interesting. Alright.
And what this person came to find was very, very interesting. You see, on this LinkedIn page, it says that they're working on an unannounced title on one, and a second one goes into more detail as this user on LinkedIn says that they created a variety of prototypes with their team that's focused on ambitious, never-before-seen gameplay for an unannounced project, and that they developed play mechanics and puzzles from scratch. Now, when you think of puzzle games, well, in what particular franchise does Valve do puzzle games best?
Portal. Right? I don't know. I'm not too big into Valve, though. Like, I've only played Portal 1 and Portal 2. I haven't played any of their other games.
That's right. We could be seeing the comeback of a major game franchise where...
Yeah, it needs it. Portal 3 is needed. It's been a dozen years since the last time.
The last full-fledged game released around 12 years ago. I'm freaking old. Now,
did you really need to put Joe what's his name from the short story ARG on there? Or I don't know. I'm just getting picky on details.
it's important to mention that in such things, we need to take it with a grain of salt. But, you know...
A grain of salt. While that's realistic, let's admit, Portal did a lot for Valve. So, if you're saying, I mean, it's still undetermined what game franchise it is, but all we know it's by Valve, so.
As of last year, Valve has recently said they're making a comeback on games, and I don't think it's Valve's Neon Prime, because Neon Prime is meant to be like a...
What the heck is Neon Prime?
Dota third-person shooter, or like a third-person shooter set in the world of Dota that goes into the Dota lore. Dota's not a puzzle game, and it doesn't appear for this to be a VR title, because if it was, it would say developed a virtual reality title, like an unannounced virtual reality.
Oh yeah, what we need is Portal VR. I mean, think of how good that would be. But unfortunately I wouldn't be able to play it because my Oculus has had a glitch for the past couple months and I'm unable to actually play the games. So, yeah, but let's just think here. If you incorporated Portal into VR, you'd probably get something good.
Title. So they were looking at a full-fledged game here. and it doesn't seem short. And the interesting thing is it says that it's on ambitious, never before seen gameplay. We could really be seeing, and if this is a Portal title, they could really be innovating here. You know, everyone loves the Portal games. You know, it's basic thing of you grab a Portal gun.
Well, I mean, besides the theme stuff, Portal is a very well-known game. In fact, there's actually one teacher at my school who I've seen wear a shirt with the Aperture Laboratories thing on it.
You complete tests while this AI known as GLaDOS is just being a piece of work. And of course, that was all spun on its head in Portal 2. And who knows what they could do with Portal 3? They could absolutely change the formula up again. You know, in the timeline wise, it makes sense. Eric Walpole had given an interview in 2022 with Games Radar, the same people who published this article, and he flat out said that he's ready to make a Portal 3. They have a very good idea for the story, but they need to get, you know, everyone behind them at Valve. Some people at Valve really liked their story, but the problem was that the studios just weren't in the mood for making another sequel, and I don't blame them. Portal 2 was a perfect game.
Yeah, exactly. But hang on. Let's just pretend for a moment that like Pro Controller's back is like the button to make Portal 3. I bet if they didn't care about the sequel, this is what they do to the button. And for sure, I'd definitely go even further than that. I'd probably just rub my hand on the whole button, you know, chuck it across the room, but I'm not going to actually chuck my Pro Controller across the room, because that's going to break some stuff. I mean, like, right in front of me, I have my gaming setup and TV, so... Yeah, but anyway, why not make Portal 3 already, Valve?
Closed out the story very neatly. So if that is the case, I do respect it in that aspect. But just imagine how good the Portal mechanics would be on the Source 2 engine. It's a very powerful engine. If you've not seen it at Half-Life Alyx, it's very impressive, both graphically and mechanically. I don't even think this is a Half-Life project, because Half-Life was more shoot 'em up, FPS, sci-fi focus, rather than it being a puzzle game. There was a few puzzles to the levels, but it was nothing that like...
Well, I mean, let's think of this. I heard that Half-Life and Portal happen in the same universe or something. I don't know. I've just heard this after like researching, because in like some guides that I was looking through to try and figure out how to beat some of the test chambers, it brought up the character's name, and I was confused, and the name is for some reason in the Half-Life wiki, so I don't know.
really was anything insane. So that really does beg the question if this is really going to be an unannounced Portal title. But the question is it a sequel, is it a prequel, or judging by the fact that remakes are getting very popular, is it a remake of the first one and that they build off from there? And that's what's interesting. Who's not to say what surprises they'll pull out here? But I do doubt it's a remake. It could absolutely be, but you know, I do think Valve's been testing the...
A remake? They already remade it for the Switch, so there's no real need to do too much. In fact, actually, while we're on the topic of Switch and Portal, hopefully Portal 3 releases to the Switch immediately instead of having to wait like a few years. I mean, such as, for example, Portal came to the Switch last year, so it hasn't been around that long, but yet the games were released in 2007 and 2011, so yeah, it takes like 11 to 14 years, I don't know, 11 to 15 years to get a Switch port, then, you know, I forgot what I'm talking about, and I'm doing too much commentary. Let's just get on with the video.
the waters a little bit, where with the RTX remix and a lot of like the mini Portal games they've done on like the Valve Index and the Steam Deck. They're testing the waters to see if players are ready to go back into that universe.
I think by now everybody is.
And players are. Valve has said that there's no plans for a Portal VR game because it would make players sick.
You know what? I can understand that, but if you, like, loosen up some of the feeling in the game, then maybe it could work.
So, like, I mean, it's a puzzle game. It's not VR. It's certainly not Half-Life. So either this is a completely new IP, or we're going to see the return of a fan-favorite franchise. You know, and I think it's needed because a lot of old franchises are starting to make a resurgence. You know, like for example, Silent Hill, that's getting a resurgence. If they're saying that this is a puzzle game with never before seen gameplay, who knows what they're doing? They could be cooking something. But even if it's not Portal, I'm happy to see that Valve is back to making games. They've just done Counter-Strike 2. They've done Half-Life Alyx as well 3 years ago, and that was a major success. It's one of the most critically acclaimed VR games. Who's not to say what they're doing next? I'm looking forward to it. I know this for sure, but yeah, this is exciting times. You guys take care, and I'll see you soon. Peace.
Okay. Well, let's just consider what this guy said. But, nope. I'm just voting on Portal 3 actually being made, because, I mean, why not? It's, like, one of the franchises that made Valve what they are now, so I don't know if something. You know what? Anyway, thank you guys for watching.